located at the moment?
So right now I'm in Barabanki at descent to Lucknow.
Okay. And what's your qualification?
Sir, I have done Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering from Indraprasth Engineering College, Ghaziabad.
Okay. And before that, your education was in which place?
I have done. Sorry, sir.
Where did your 12th from?
Sir, I have done class 10th and 12th from ICSC board from Lucknow.
Okay. ICSC and which is the other board?
Sir, ICSC and ISC both are from the same council.
Okay, okay. And who all are there in your family?
Sir, I have my parents, mother and father, and 3 siblings, 1 elder brother and 2 elder sisters.
Okay. And is it a nuclear family or you also extended family, your grandfather or uncle and auntie, and they are with you, or it's a nuclear family?
So right now we are nuclear family, but in our ancestors' place in village, we are a combined joint family.
Which place is that?
Sir, it is in Barabanki. It's Inderpur, Kotwa Sadak, in Barabanki district itself.
Last couple of days, Barabanki, suddenly, yesterday there was a lot of news from Barabanki. What is that news?
Sir, if you are talking about that suicide which has happened in Awas Vikas, the family, the father has left a note, suicide note about a family problem, and then they have somehow killed his children as well as his wife and himself.
Okay. And which is your optional subject?
Sir, it's geography.
Geography. Okay.
Yes, sir.
If it is geography, so what is the difference between, say, terrain of Ladakh and Aksai Chin? Is there any terrain difference between the two, Ladakh and Aksai Chin?
So, I'm not able to. Sir, can you repeat?
I'm saying that geography is your optional subject. So
Yes.
I'm asking you the geography of, say, terrain features of Aksai Chin and terrain features of Ladakh. Is there a difference between the two? And which is the range which divides Aksai Chin from Ladakh?
So we have, if we see geologically, so Ladakh and Aksai Chin are the extension of the earlier European plate, which is the Tibetan Plateau. And in that, when Indian plate was struck in European plate, the Karakoram ranges were uplifted first, and which is like a small division between Aksai Chin as well as Ladakh. And in the south of Ladakh, we have got Zaskar range and Ladakh range, which are also part of Tibetan Plateau, which were not from the Indian plates. And then through geosyncline, we have all the 3 ranges, or Greater Himalayas, Lesser, and the Shivaliks. So if we look at the relief feature, both are rain shadowed area. Geologically, they are part of European plate and having sedimentary as well as nice, yeah.
European or Eurasian?
So it's Eurasian.
Eurasian plate. Acha, what is since you are a computer science student, what is the difference between big data and data?
So any information which is digitally recorded is known as data, simply. But if that digital information is combined or is collected in humongous ways, or you can say voluminous amount of that similar data, when collected, it is known as big data. And there we are trying to find out some patterns, and through which some knowledge or information is collected. Then that set of data is known as big data.
Big data. Good. Who is the source of inspiration in your life?
So my father.
What is he doing?
Sir, he is a lawyer in district court, civil court.
So why didn't you decide, if he's your inspiration, why didn't you decide to become a lawyer? Why did you decide to become an engineer and now a bureaucrat?
Sir, from the very beginning, I was told about the civil services, but in the formative year of my schooling, I got interested in computer science because that was the emerging technology then. So my father has always told me to explore whatever limits you have or whatever you are trying to do. So he never asked me to choose a career. So the best thing about him was he let me choose whatever career I wanted to. So in that process, I have also explored the private sector, the computer science engineering. And now because I had this civil services in my mind from the very beginning, so later after doing job, I've shifted or I've been moved towards this civil services examination.
One question, computers, how will you use your computer science knowledge for, say, how will you leverage it to improve your efficiency and effectiveness in civil services?
So first of all, if we look at government's push right now, it's on e-governance, starting from even legislature till the last mile connectivity. So if we are talking about like district administration, then we can push for like attendance and all those things. UP government is currently pushing for Mano Sampada portal, which is the human resource management, through which we can manage our all the resources in a state efficiently. We can manage their skills, we can look at their leaves and all. Apart from that, we can use technology for improving or doubling the farmer income. Example being, we can use soil health card and the related technology like GPS and GIS, geographical information system, to predict and tell what all is needed. And through ICT communication tools, farmer can be provided with the upcoming technologies. Apart from that, we have Kisan Vigyan Vikas Kendras, which also use computer technology to provide last mile information to our farmers to go for better crop and seeds. Apart from that, we can use computer technology in law and order management like CCTV usage or CCTNS, Cyber Crime Control Tracking Network, which is connecting all the police stations so that the interstate transfer of other criminals or some kind of accused person can be tracked. And through leveraging artificial intelligence and big data, we can predict.
ओके थैंक
Yes,
यू। जिस प्रदेश में जिस सेवा के लिए आप आ रहे हैं, वहाँ की जो शिक्षा प्रणाली है उसके कितने स्तर हैं? हमारे प्रदेश की जो शिक्षा प्रणाली है वो कितने स्टेजेस पर है?
सर अगर हम यूपी की स्पेसिफिकली बात करें तो वी हैव
यूपी की स्पेसिफिकली यूपी, क्योंकि आप
so we have got
आ रहे हैं।
यस सर तो हमारी एजुकेशन सिस्टम दो स्टेक होल्डर्स चला रहे हैं, एक है प्राइवेट सेक्टर एंड देन वी हैव गॉट गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर इन उत्तर प्रदेश।
Now you come down to the government sector only.
Okay, so the government sector में right now, if we look at the various reports, the quality of education is still questionable, but we are pushing heavily for infrastructure, the teachers and all those things, but still the problem is of quality. So we need to improve.
Which is the first stage of this system? इस शिक्षा प्रणाली का पहला चरण क्या है, पहला स्तर क्या है प्रदेश में?
Sir, I am not getting your question.
I'm giving you a bit more hint about it. It is primary education.
The primary
The primary. Now, what are the stages above? First is primary education.
Yes, sir. So first of all, we have got 0 to 6 years of Anganwadi non-formal education. Second is the primary education, and then secondary, and then the tertiary education in Uttar Pradesh. So government.
ये जो प्राथमिक पाठशालाएं हैं, प्राथमिक विद्यालय हैं, इनको परिषदीय विद्यालय क्यों बोलते हैं?
सर, आई एम नॉट गेटिंग योर क्वेश्चन।
प्राथमिक स्कूल जो है, प्राइमरी स्कूल्स, दे आर पॉपुलरली नोन एज परिषदीय विद्यालय।
सॉरी सर।
आपके हिसाब से प्राथमिक शिक्षा की गुणवत्ता क्या है उत्तर प्रदेश में?
सर, as per the Pratham's that report we have, household survey has been done. So class 5th and class 8th student, 60% of them are not able to read class 2nd's text, as well as not able to solve the arithmetic problems. So if we look through these reports, so the education quality of education is missing. But if we look at the gross enrollment ratio, which is
सरकार ने इस स्थिति को सुधारने के लिए कुछ नई योजनाएं लॉन्च की हैं प्राथमिक स्तर पर?
सर, इफ वी लुक एट द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, सो उन्होंने अभी हम लोग का
व्हाई डू यू टॉक अबाउट सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट?
उत्तर प्रदेश शासन,
जिस सेवा में आप जा रहे हो उस पे फोकस कर रहा हूँ। समाचार पत्रों के माध्यम से, टेलीविजन से या अदरवाइज आपको इन प्राथमिक विद्यालयों की गुणवत्ता सुधारने के लिए सरकार के किए गए प्रयासों की कोई जानकारी है?
सर, अभी जैसे टीचर्स, हम लोग रिक्रूटमेंट ड्राइव चली है लास्ट 2 इयर्स में। सो जो टीचर पीपल रेशियो था बच्चों के साथ, वो हमने इम्प्रूव किया है। उसके अलावा प्राइमरी एजुकेशन
कितना था और क्या इम्प्रूव किया?
सर, एग्जैक्ट फिगर
इस ड्राइव के पहले क्या था रेशियो और अब कितना हो गया?
सर, एग्जैक्ट फिगर आई एम नॉट एबल टू रिकॉल राइट नाउ।
डू यू नो अबाउट शिक्षा मित्र?
यस सर।
ये क्या है?
सर, ये ग्रेजुएट्स एंड थे जो कि हमने एसोसिएट किए थे प्राइमरी एजुकेशन लेवल, विलेज लेवल पे बच्चों को पढ़ाई करने के लिए, बिकॉज वी वर लैकिंग असिस्टेंट टीचर्स इन आवर प्राइमरी स्कूल्स।
तो इनकी क्या मतलब, हम तो कई बहुत दिनों से सुन रहे हैं शिक्षा मित्र कहते हैं हमको रेगुलर किया जाए, और वही प्रक्रिया चल रही है और अनंत काल से पिछली सरकार 5 साल तक चलाई, अभी भी इनका कुछ विनियमितीकरण वगैरह नहीं हो सका। इसमें क्या मूल वजह क्या है?
सर, गवर्नमेंट ने पुश किया था कि आप जो टीचर एलिजिबिलिटी टेस्ट है, those शिक्षा मित्र which can compete and clear those TET will be made permanent, and those who will not be able to clear will be put on probation and will be given chance to again qualify TETs. So the lot of many of the Shiksha Mitra have qualified TET. The basic parameters through which we can judge means basic qualification for a good assistant teacher. So the right now the problem is like those Shiksha Mitra which are not able to qualify TET are being given time to still qualify. So the main problem is the education.
मौजूदा स्तर क्या है इनके विनियमितीकरण का? विनियमितीकरण
सर, मेरे को ज़्यादा
पेपर में मैंने पढ़ा था, एक नई योजना सरकार लेके आ रही है प्रदेश की, कायाकल्प योजना।
यस सर।
सुना है आपने?
यस सर।
क्या है इसमें, कैसे करेंगे कायाकल्प, इसके इंग्रेडिएंट्स क्या हैं?
सर, सबसे पहले फोकस कायाकल्प योजना में स्कूल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पे है, जो कि हमारे प्राइमरी और विलेज स्कूल्स हैं, उनमें आधारभूत संरचना जैसे कि फर्श हो गया, मॉनिटर्स हो गए, कंप्यूटर्स हैं, प्रोजेक्टर्स दिए जा रहे हैं टीचर्स को, और उसके थ्रू हम जो हमारे बच्चे हैं उनकी जो पढ़ने की तरीके हैं, पढ़ाने और पढ़ने के तरीके, उनमें चेंजेस लाके क्वालिटी ऑफ एजुकेशन को इम्प्रूव करने का गोल है सर कायाकल्प योजना के तहत।
ये लॉन्च हो गई है अभी इन ऑफिंग है, इसकी कुछ जानकारी है आपको?
सर जहाँ तक मुझे इंफॉर्मेशन है सर, इट्स ऑलरेडी इन द प्रोसेस. I mean it's been implemented.
ओके, अब सब्जेक्ट पे थोड़ा सा आपसे बात करूंगा. मीटीरियोलॉजी क्या है? व्हाट इज मीटीरियोलॉजी?
सर मेट्रोलॉजी हमारे क्लाइमेटिक इवेंट्स और क्लाइमेटिक इंफॉर्मेशन से बेस्ड जो भी मींस प्रोसेसेस होते हैं, उनकी साइंटिफिक स्टडी को मेट्रोलॉजी बोलते हैं.
ये जो मौसम विज्ञान है, ये इसी का पार्ट है या इससे कुछ अलग है?
सर हम लोग अगर दो ब्रांचेस को अलग कर दें, फॉर एग्जांपल मेट्रोलॉजी इन इटसेल्फ बिकम्स अ ब्रांच, तब तक सर वी कैन क्लासिफाई दीज टू डिफरेंटली. बट इफ वी टेक meteorologically as a part of physical geography, sir, the climate and all the associated phenomena including hydrology comes under hydrosphere, and its related event with meteorology comes within the fold of geography.
ओके, ये इसमें वेदर और क्लाइमेट में कुछ फर्क है या दोनों एक है? वेदर
yes sir. सर वेदर किसी भी प्लेस का 24 आवर्स और वेरी शॉर्ट टाइम स्केल का जो भी उसके एलिमेंट्स होते हैं, प्रेसिपिटेशन, ह्यूमिडिटी, क्लाउड कवर एंड विंड, उससे रिलेटेड होता है. बट क्लाइमेट को देखें तो सर वेदर को समेशन किया जाता है ओवर अ लॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, से 50 इयर्स, और उससे जो हमारा समेशन होके जो भी पैरामीटर्स आते हैं उनके बेस पे हम क्लाइमेट ऑफ अ रीजन डिस्क्राइब करते हैं.
हमारे कंट्री में कितने क्लाइमेटिक जोन्स हैं?
Sir, climatic zones, sir, are you talking about agroclimatic or just the climatic?
Just the climatic.
Sir, तो हम लोग ने different classifications हैं, sir, like Köppen ने किया हुआ है, apart from that Thevarta and Thornweight ने किया है. तो sir, depending upon that, sir, at a micro scale, many different climatic zones can be marked. But if we look at macro level, we say it as a subtropical monsoon climate, which is CW.
I am talking about zones only.
Zones.
Climatic zones of
Climatic
India.
zones of India.
Types of climate, you can say.
India में कितने
How
तरह
many
के
types of climate are there in the country?
Sir, almost all the climatic type which exists in the world can be seen in our country.
No,
if you allow me, I can.
You are talking about the world. Okay, now I am handing over to the next member.
Have you heard of the recent scheme launched by UP government, BC Sakhi?
No, sir.
Banking correspondent, BC Sakhi.
So banking correspondent, I'm aware about.
And Sakhi?
No, sir. Sorry, sir.
What are repurposed drugs?
Sorry, sir.
Repurposed drugs.
Sir, I'm not getting the term.
R-E, purposive. P-U-R-P-O-S-I-V-E. Repurposed drugs.
Okay. Sir, these are the drugs which have been associated or were built for some other disease, and now they are being utilized for treating some other disease. Example being, we have remdesivir, which was a drug which was to treat Ebola virus. Sorry, yes, sir. And then now we are using it for COVID-19 also. So we are doing it as a repurposive drug.
Correct. Hydroxychloroquine, have you heard of it?
Yes, sir.
So it is also a repurposed drug, because
Yes,
it was
sir.
primarily meant for malaria, but it is likely to be used and has been used somewhere for the treatment of COVID. So such type of drugs are called repurposed drugs. Last question. We have completed commissionerate system of policing in Uttar Pradesh 6 months. And today, the present police commissioner of Lucknow has said that we are going to use Polygon technology for crime control, surveillance, and other such activities. So tell me two things. What is Polygon technology and how police commissionerate system is different from regular policing system?
So regarding your first question, Polygon technology. So sir, I'm not aware about that, but if you allow me, I can guess for it.
Okay,
Go ahead.
So Polygon, if a term means, if I take it through the literal meaning, I think it is the use of different technologies using CCTV, surveillance, and local intelligence through which, and also CTNS, through multiple channels will be collecting the intelligence and using that to control the crime in the in Lucknow and Noida, Mahanagar area, where commissionerate system is already in place.
And
And just
how is the
Yes,
commissionerate different from other policing systems? How is it different from earlier governance system?
So in the earlier governance system, the subdivision, the deputy collector or subdivisional magistrate has the authority under CRPC
Do we have
regarding various.
Uttar Pradesh? Do we have deputy
Sorry, sir?
collectors? Do we have deputy collectors in Uttar Pradesh?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, so those magisterial powers of these deputy collector has been transferred in commissionerate system to the respective deputy SP, which is now known as ACP, and the commissionerate system will have CRPC power, and it will not be supervised or overlooked by the general administration, which was earlier or which already exists in other districts of Uttar Pradesh.
okay. Now,